Welcome, kayak anglers. You are tuning into the Paddle and Fin Podcast Network, kayak fishing's best network of shows with great hosts covering all things kayak fishing, bringing you special guests covering topics such as shore fishing, river trips, gear reviews, angler profiles, tournament news, and more. Sit back, relax. Let's do this.
Chasing the 20-incher Susquehanna River podcast is brought to you by these great companies. Railblazer, think outside the tackle box. Kayak Cushion, for them long days on the water. Achigan brand, the official brand of smallmouth bass. Blue Mountain Outfitters, Susquehanna's local kayak shop. Ken's Jigs, need a custom jig? Don't look any further. Nico Fishing Baits, next generation of soft plastics. And Undercover Baits, get hooked on Undercover Baits. Thanks for watching and welcome to the show.
That's 20. That is a 20.
I love it.
Is that really the 20?
No, but how many times did I tell you that while we were fishing together?
And then I would have liked to hear the audio of when you did catch a 20. Did you say the same thing?
Dude, it was during a tournament and I was in so much shock that no, I don't even know what I said. But my light's about to fall over here. Let me see. Okay. Welcome everybody to Chasing the 20-inchers, the Susquehanna River podcast. Looks like, as usual, Michael Bradley, first one in the comments. What's up, Michael Bradley? How you doing, buddy? And then the Christopher Projects is in there. He's watching. Good to see him. Sean, what's been going on, man? I feel like I haven't been in my kayak for like a month.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't fished together since the last KA tournament, the championships. Man, it's been a hot minute for sure.
Yeah, we haven't fished together for probably, I want to say, at least 2 months.
2 months?
But we got to get back out there, man.
Well, I mean, we kind of fished the KA championship together. We just weren't super close to each other. But that was. We need just to have
a couple weeks ago.
We just need to have a fun fishing trip here before too long. But
yeah, for sure. I have a tournament coming up this weekend, 2-day tournament on the Juniata.
I'm kind of excited for you for that. I think the Juniata could be a fun place right now.
Oh, they're catching them, dude. I seen something like that.
You're glitching a little bit, but you said you saw people catching them.
Yeah, I seen on Facebook somebody put up like 93.5 inches, their best 5 on the Juniata. I think it was on Saturday.
Okay.
Josh Sims in the house. What's up, Josh?
What's up, Josh?
Oh.
But I made it out twice this week, so we'll talk about that a little bit then.
Yeah, my wife glitchy today for some reason. I don't know if it's the wind or what.
Yeah,
but
seems like it. But we can muddle through it. I will.
Yeah, you might have to do some of the controls because.
Okay.
My computer's acting really weird. I don't know what's going on today, but guys, we have a special episode. We have Randy Rosenberry from Undercover Baits. And we'll bring him in after we do the river levels and the photos of the week. But we're going to start right now with the the river levels. And if you want to start off, Sean, go ahead.
All right. We got Harrisburg coming in at 3.26 feet. So this is definitely some weird fluctuations there, but it looks like it's kind of right around the normal level, maybe a little low. Yeah, so Harrisburg at 3.26 feet. We'll jump over to Lewisburg. Carlisle, can you see that?
Yep. Lewisburg right now, that's the West Branch sitting at 1.26 feet. And it's been the story all summer long. We have really low water on the Susquehanna River this year.
And up next, we got the Marietta gauge sitting at 33.44 feet, which actually looks like it's up a little bit from where it's been, which is nice to see. Looking at those dates, I'm trying to think of what day I was out. I did go out in Wrightsville on Tuesday, so looks like it was a steady climb then. But and lastly, we have Towanda on the North Branch. And
Towanda's gone back down again. It's sitting at 0.37 feet.
Yeah, at least it's not negative.
A couple weeks ago, yeah, that's what I was about to say. A couple weeks ago it was negative. That thing was sticking out of the water. So, yeah. So there you have it, guys. The river levels for today. Seems to be the story. Low water. I hope we get some rain this week so we get a little bit of a bump for the tournament next weekend.
Yeah, that would be nice. So
that would be really nice.
Yeah. So that was the river levels brought to you by Railblazer. Again, think outside the tackle box.
Yes, sir.
And then we can jump over to our pictures of the week. And I can just grab those, Carlisle, if you need me to. We'll start with Beyond Vang. A nice, he has 4.8 pounds. That's crazy. I got to start carrying a scale with me. What's the length on that? I can't read it on my screen, but
20, almost 21. It's like 20 3/4.
Wow. That is nice a fish. Tank of a fish. Heck yeah, brother. Then next we have Jake Karen with another healthy looking smallie.
That's nice a long fish. One there.
Yeah. Don't know measurement on that, but it definitely looks like a pretty good length one.
Yeah, thanks for sending that in, Jake.
Next up we have Jake Hausman. And if I remember seeing this post, I think he said 22 for the length of that. So that Jake, as usual,
fish, man.
Finding the friggin' ginormous long fish. But yeah, nice fish, Jake. Thanks for sending that in, man. 22 Absolutely. Inches. I can't imagine.
I would lose my mind. You'd hear me scream if I was all the way up in let's say I was on the North Branch and I caught one of them. You'd hear me screaming all the way down at City Island.
All right. Next up, our good buddy Larry Akonsky with another one. I feel like the colder it gets and the more into fall and winter we get, Larry just starts finding the huge ones. He's definitely a hammer this time of year. So Larry, nice job, bud. That looks like a very healthy smallie.
Yeah, thanks for sending that in, Larry. A nice fishing rod. That's one of them. Is that a mega bass? That looks like a mega bass fishing rod.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even see that on his lap.
See the handle.
Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah.
He likes that bougie stuff.
That Japanese market stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we got Lisa Lake Fishing.
Nice fish.
Yep. Lisa Lake Fishing Club. Nice fish. Yeah. That's definitely been feeding up, you can tell.
Yeah.
And nice next up, we have our guest for tonight, Randy Rosenberry, with a very healthy smallie there.
Yeah, I
So
think him and Larry went out yesterday. That they were fishing together, and they caught some nice fish.
nice. I'm interested to see what was working because you can almost see it there. It looks like a mouthful.
Yeah, that's for sure.
But alrighty. And
And then our
then
last one, I'll do this one, Sean.
okay.
Our last one, our very own Sean Lavery with a beautiful smallmouth bass.
Yeah.
Looks like he was having a little bit of fun last weekend.
Yep, that was actually Friday, and that was a 19-incher I caught on a lipless crank, and that thing swallowed like that's how big it was. It was the lipless was the whole way down his mouth. It took me a sec to get it out. So
I bet
I
that
was
was
happy.
fun when he hit it.
Oh man, it was really fun. I thought at first I snagged, and because it was a pretty shallow area that I was in, I'd say maybe like 3 feet, and but man, when he took off, just it was pull and drag, and it was fun. So
I guess Jake's watching. He said that was on the upper. I don't know what that means.
Okay.
The upper.
The upper. Okay.
That was an 18-incher, and it was on the upper.
Okay.
Does that mean the North Branch?
Yeah, I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm glad I didn't have video of that catch of that 19 because it was a train wreck after I got it in the net because I let the lipless. I didn't realize I left my bail open, so the lipless got snagged, and then I was trying to unsnag it, and it was just it was I was glad to have the fish in the net, yeah, because it was definitely not my best job of from the catch to the release, but thankfully it wasn't on video, and all I have is that nice picture. So that was the photos of the week brought to you by Achigan. We thank them for their sponsorship as well. Free the Fighter.
Yes, sir. Free the Fighter. Yeah, he said that was on the upper Potomac. So sorry.
Oh, that was a smallie though, right? Because I thought upper Potomac was a lot of largemouth.
Oh no. The upper Potomac is like a mini Susquehanna.
Okay.
That's where I fished the MAKBF back in, I don't know what month it was.
Okay.
But what's Michael Bradley saying here?
Well, thanks everyone for sending in your fish. As always, if you want your catch to be kind of brought up on the show, make sure you send it to either Carlisle or myself, or post it on the Catching the 20 Inches page. Carlisle often puts a post out there just asking for fish pictures, so keep an eye out for that. Little secret for smallies. Well, we'll try and keep it a secret. Hopefully, you only got 12 people watching at this point, so your secret should be safe.
Yeah.
But alrighty. Well,
all right. Well, let's introduce our guest here, Sean.
Yeah.
We have the owner of Undercover Baits, Randy Rosenberry. Randy is a big time fisherman, so let's welcome him to the show.
Hey, Randy.
How you doing, buddy?
Good. How you guys doing?
Hanging in there.
We're doing very well. I wish I could fish more, but we're doing well.
Yeah, I have that problem too.
Work has been kicking my ass. Yeah. Okay, so Randy, let's talk a little bit about how you got this company started. What gave you the itch to start making baits?
Oh my. I'd say the first time I ever did anything with, baits was I was a little kid. Remember going out to my dad's shed and used to do a lot of trout fishing, and found some little twister tail grubs, single tail grubs, and kind of cut them in half. Like had two different colors, cut them in half, and figured out you could melt them and stick them back together. So the tail was one color and the body was another color. But back in 2011, I think 2012, I did mostly catfishing, and then I had a guy move in across the street from me, and took me out on his riverboat, did some catfish, and then we got into bass fishing. And then it was 2012. I made my first bait, caught my first fish on it, and it was actually on the Juniata River. So I think I spent like $100 and bought a little kit, and started out as a hobby, making stuff for myself, and, a couple friends of mine. And then my buddy that used to live across the street, he worked at a tackle shop in Chambersburg, and said, I need to start selling them. I said, no, I don't want to do that. Don't want to get into all that kind of stuff. But he talked me into it, and lo and behold, here I am.
Nice. And then I imagine it's been a heck of a journey. You got a ton of different options now available.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's crazy. When I first got into it, I met a lot of great people. I met some guys, two guys one of them runs a bait company in Canada. He's Dave McCready. He runs Angler's Choice. And him, and then another gentleman that I met through, he had the website Bait Junkies, Leonard. And those two guys, I mean, they helped me out a lot. I mean, I was doing dumb stuff. I mean, I would see someone post molds for sale online, and they would have like a whole bunch of different molds of different baits and everything, and I would just buy them up. And didn't realize, if you want to get into production, producing a lot of baits, you need to stick with one bait and buy a lot of molds. So now my philosophy is, if I want one bait, say a swim bait, like a 275. So I will buy 4 molds of that single bait just to work with.
Gotcha.
So, but it's been,
here's a 275.
It's been quite a journey.
That's 275. One of the baits that he makes. I got that on a little jig head with yep. And that's a Ken's jig head. That thing's money right there. We call that the go-to. Me and my wife call this bait right here the go-to, because if you're not getting bit, this is the one you want to throw. Yep. Yeah. So you have a lot of choices on your website. I've seen there's so many different things on your website, and it just keeps growing. And you had a little bit of a teaser put out there. Did you come out with a new bait recently, Randy?
I do have one, and I figured this would be the great place to release that new bait.
Yeah.
So this bait that I have,
let's get right into it.
All right. Yep. I've had people testing it out for me. One guy, he went up to, I think it was up in New York somewhere, and he caught his personal best smallmouth. It was like 6'1". Actually, if there is a picture of it on my website, and it's been there for probably about a month or two with the bait in its mouth. I'm surprised no one's picked up on that yet.
Yeah.
But,
I haven't seen it.
But I mean, this bait, it's very versatile. You can drop shot it. I think that's pretty much what they were doing with it, drop shotting it. You could use it on the hover jig. I've actually used it yesterday. When me and Larry went out, I was throwing it on the hover jig. I caught one good one. Well, got one in the boat, and then I had one. I don't even know how big he was. It felt like a good one, but the good ones, the big ones, they always get off. So you get a chance to get that one. But let's see here. I will actually show you. Of course, Susky Shiner is, that's my go-to color, my best one. So this is the bait. Let's see if I can.
Oh, look at that. It's got that's got all sorts of fancy stuff on it.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you call that?
So this one is called the Recon Minnow. Just some crazy name come up with,
Yeah.
But right now I got, I think, 4 colors. I got the Susky Shiner, the Pro Blue Red Pearl.
Okay.
And then just
I like that color.
A straight pearl.
Okay.
And then a new color that I came out with, it's called the Blueback Herring.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
That's nice.
So And
I
that
gotta
color,
play around with the hover rig a little bit more because I hear more and more people using it. I have it, and I've never used it.
so I have the mold to make the jigs themselves,
Mhm.
but I don't like it because the front of it's not very pointy, and it doesn't. When you get it in ever so far and then try to push it back in for the front to the front, it doesn't go
Yep.
in very well, and it just, I don't know. I'm just not happy with it, but yeah, I mean, it's definitely a unique way to fish.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
I wanted to talk about a little bit about some of the names of the baits that you've came out with.
Oh boy.
Okay, so like I have a couple in front of me right here. The little stoner. That's
Mhm.
the
I have one
stone
of those too.
cat, right?
Yeah.
I mean that makes sense because it's a stone cat. But
Yeah.
there's a color called deep throat. Explain that. Explain that name.
Maybe you should.
Oh my. All right. So
No.
my R&D guy who just happened, he was the guy I talked about, my neighbor. His name's Dan Worley. He actually runs the Spooled Up Guide Service. Great guy. Every time me and him go fishing together, something happens, and it's always funny. So I gave him this bait to try out, and lo and behold, he gives me a name. He's like, "Hey, you got to make it deep throat." I'm like, "Come on, man. I don't know if I want to go down this road." Yeah, you got to. And he sent me a picture of why he came up with that name. Needless to say, he's like me. We both got dirty minds, always in the gutter. But every time, and it was actually the little crawl. Every time he would catch a fish on that,
Yeah, that's
it was
right
down
here.
their throat. I mean, they just inhaled that thing. So I was like, all right, we'll go with that, and we'll call it deep throat. And it is a good color.
Yeah, no, I kind of figured that's where the name came from.
I mean-
but yeah, anytime fish are engulfing it like that, where you got to dig it way out of their gullet, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
I mean that's a good bait for a swim jig trailer or just a regular jig trailer. I would say.
Oh yeah.
It's got these on the appendages here. They're a little thicker at the end, so it's gonna thump.
Yeah, it gets a pretty good flap on it.
Yeah. But yeah, that color right there, that's called the deep throat. Which us guys, we all like that color.
Yeah, I got a couple other ones, but cool.
Well, I don't have all the colors and the names of the baits, but I'd like to hear some of the other ones, some of the interesting stories behind the names and all that.
Oh my. Well, I got one. It's called Pearl Necklace.
Nice.
I'm sensing a theme here.
Of course, I mean I don't have one on hand with me, but it's just pearl on the top and then just a clear bottom with silver flake in it. So you
Nice.
got the little sparkly stuff there. So Pearl Necklace, that'd be a good name for it.
Heck yeah, for sure. For sure.
Let's see, what else do we got? Man, I make so many. It's crazy. I mean, of course, we talked a little bit about my apple pie color.
Yep, I was going to say
I mean, that is my apple pie and my goby bait. That is a cold water wintertime. You got to throw that bait. I mean, you're going to catch fish on it.
all right.
I mean,
Yes,
it does so well.
Yeah, show
Actually, I do have.
that
there you
bait,
go.
Sean. There you go.
Yep. So I actually, you can see I'm a big user of them because I only have 2 left in my pack. I use them on the back of micro jigs in the winter. And I really like just that action. I think Mickey Forsich is the one who told me about doing that. But so
Yeah,
props to
same
Mickey
with
for
me too. He
telling me.
he introduced me to that. Yeah, I don't know if Mickey's watching, but he gave me one of them baits last year. I didn't even know who made them. He didn't even tell me who made them. He just gave me one.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I met Randy, he gave me a couple packs of them, and I was like, oh, okay. That's where they came from. But yeah, in the wintertime, that's a really subtle. It gives a little, beef to the jig, but it's a really
Yeah.
subtle, like what
and
they
it,
want.
but and it
in the
doesn't take
wintertime.
much to get that moving. Like my hand's not moving at all, and you can see that's already
Yeah.
twitching. So
Yeah.
in the
with the
wintertime, that's
current,
what you want.
perfect.
That. Yep.
And then speaking of that bait, the little stoner bait, I have a color that matches with that. It's called Smoky.
Okay.
So it's black on the top, and then the bottom is just clear, like a clear smoke. So
Nice.
I like to have a
Nice.
little bit of fun with with my names and stuff.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
And then my the trailer that I have for your chatterbaits, sorry, vibrating jigs, whatever you want to call them. I got the name for that is Booty Shaker.
Yeah.
And do you have one of those there? I was going to say, do you have
I
one?
do.
Let me-
It's actually one of my colors here. So
Okay. So
Yeah,
you got quite a
it's-
few joints there. Yeah.
yeah, that's it shakes really well. It produces a really good thump. So I got two sides of that, the Booty Shaker and then the little Booty Shaker. I think the little one's like 3 inches, 3 1/4, something like that, and then this one's 4, I do believe. Yeah.
So that would be good for like the little one. Be good for like the Baby Max or the Mini Max or
Yeah.
yeah.
Or I mean, if like I actually have one of their chatterbaits with the small trailer on it.
Okay.
That's the Booty Shaker that's on that one, and it's just a normal jackhammer that's on it.
Okay.
I mean, if you wanted
Yep.
like a smaller, like if you're getting short strikes or something, you want to shorten that bait up, right there you go. Put that smaller one on there. But the thing with them, I mean, I was making some off.
Yeah, I just ordered some.
Yeah, oh yeah, I got you. Yeah, actually, it's going out tomorrow morning. My wife's going to put it out in the mailbox for you. But I've been trying to match up some of their colors.
Jake's Fishing says Booty Shakers on a spinnerbait are the ticket. So yeah, I could see that being a good spinnerbait trailer for sure.
Yeah, then I seen
said-
Michael Bradley posted the rainbow trout in the Twitch looks nice. That's right here. That's the color, rainbow trout.
Oh, that
See
does
if I
look
can
cool.
get it to focus. There we go. Yeah. And I have this one nose hooked, but I mean you don't have to nose hook it. There's
I think
other ways to regulate.
If it's a segmented tail, that would probably be a good way to get the action out of it, though.
Oh yeah, with the Twitch baits, I fish them like you would a stick bait. I mean, I'll either nose hook like my little Twitch or the baby Twitch. I'll nose hook them, but the Twitch and then the super Twitch, I rig them up weedless, and I just throw them out and just let them do their thing. And especially in the current, I mean, you really don't even have to jerk on them or anything. I mean, you'll catch fish on them. You just let them go out there and swim around, do their thing, and yeah, they'll eat it up for sure.
Yeah.
But
I just
then you
feel
got-
like nose hooked, you get a little bit more action.
Oh yeah, you definitely do because I mean, it's not restricted as much with
Yeah.
your like a 3/0 or something like that all the way back there. You'll get a good bit more
Yeah.
action out of it.
There you go, Josh. Which is
Yeah,
the
Josh
best
is a
jerk
fan
bait
of it,
ever.
so you know that if you got Josh Sims as a fan, that's got to be a good one.
Yeah.
I know.
The real backwaters, nice looking jerk, nice looking profiles. Go ahead, Randy. Sorry about that.
Oh, the rainbow trout color. I don't know if any of you guys fish Lake Marburg or anything like that. That lake, that rainbow trout is probably one of the best colors out there for that lake. One of the good colors, anyway.
I'd welcome any bait that works on Lake Marburg because I have not had great luck there.
So
I
I also
lake.
make a 10-inch. It's basically just a 10-inch straight worm, and I throw that thing out. I make it in 2 different versions. Well, for myself anyway, I do. But the one for myself, I just load it up with salt, so it's heavy, and I make it soft like a stick bait. And I'll just rig it up weedless and throw it out there around the weeds and just let it sink. And man, they annihilate that thing. It is crazy. That lake's sucks.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who feels that way.
It's a very tough lake. I will say
Yeah.
it's a tough lake to fish. But I do know a few spots where there's some nice fish crates, about 20 to 30 feet down in the water. Carolina rig. Oh yeah, you'll definitely catch them up there.
Yeah. I've heard that deep is good there.
Oh, most definitely, because it's so clear. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, you can see down 20, 25 foot. You can see bottom. It's insane.
Michael Bradley wants to know who designed your logo.
So I have a good friend of mine I used to work with, Ryan Egoff. He's the one that designed my very first logo. That was a long time ago. 2016, I think. 2015. I don't know. It's been a while. It might have been before that. Heck, I don't know. But yeah, he actually has you can find him on Facebook or Instagram. Actually, well, my new bags that I'm getting made up, it has his logo and everything on the back of it. So it's Ryan Egoff. Yeah, just look him up on Facebook. He's there. He does awesome work, really awesome work. Yeah, he does my logos, like my new business
I
card,
love it.
Shirts. Yeah, he did all that for me.
Nice.
He's got a really good
I
talent.
love it. The packaging looks awesome. And I
Thank
want
you.
to talk a little bit about this too. I know Ken said, I guess I'll have to get some of those baits and try again. But
On Marburg.
Ken, you need to get some. But let's talk about this thing right here.
Look at that.
Oh, my skirt.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if you were holding
So-
up one of my skirts or one of them new goofy
No. This is one of your skirts, but I want to talk. I'm basically talking about if you take one of Ken's weedless Ned heads and put one of these on, and then put your favorite stick on. This is just going to give it a little bit of flash, that little bit extra, and this is going to go up against the back of the head of the. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It's almost like having you got all these little appendages on it. It's just you got that Ned head, the Ned rig, and then you got this to add a little bit of more movement in there in the current. So these are really cool. They're just called the skirt. This one's green pumpkin. I'm sure you make them in a bunch of different colors.
Oh yeah.
I can't.
And
I can't wait for
I
peanut butter and jelly.
I got that one. I got the old.
Sorry.
I call it dirty PB&J. But yep,
Yeah.
I got.
Oh, that's my-
I came up with that idea too, because I know back in the day, Cabin Creek. Well, they're still around. They're just different owner now. They had their spider jigs, and that was like an awesome bait. We used that a lot on the Juniata River, and you can buy the whole bait. And I decided, well, what if I just sell just the skirt to where you can mix and match it up with a different profile bait? Say, like my I don't have it here with me, like a whirly grub. It's just a flatworm, and say you want something a little bit longer, you can go to like my 4.5-inch devil tail worm, little devil tail. You leave the skirt on there and just match it up with that other bait. I mean, I figured that'd probably be something different instead of sticking it solely with this one bait.
Yeah, the possibilities of mix and match combos are kind of endless. I mean, you have enough baits to begin with, and when you start adding that together, man.
Mm-hmm. What else we got?
And I figure like when you add a little bit more to your hook like that, it sometimes if you want a bait to ride a little higher in the water column, if you have a little bit more like as long as it's not salty bulk, it'll ride a little higher than it would like when you're swimming it.
Yeah. I mean, salt. A lot of guys say they want salt and everything. I really don't use much salt. I mean, my tubes, of course. So I put salt in tubes. What else we got? My swim baits, my twitch baits, and my stick baits. I think that's pretty much about it. Everything else is just plastic. Oh, tubes.
Okay.
I don't know if I said that or not. But
Real Backwater
Dude.
says, "How about the Helgramite? I want to try some down here in South Georgia."
Yeah.
I am a big fan of the Helgramites. I have a pack here somewhere. I couldn't find it before before the show started. But there, Carlisle's got his holding up. So yeah, I'm a
Here.
big fan of the
Yeah, it's cool.
Helgramites. Yep.
yeah, I think I have 5 colors of that one. 5 or 6 colors. You got to have black. So I got that one. Green pumpkin, dirt, which is more like it's a really, really dark brown. And then dirty white pumpkin. What else we got? Oh, mud pie. Yeah, that's the one I got in my hand here. So
I
the
think
mud
dirty
pie,
white.
can't really see it too well, but it's like a black and brown laminate swirled. So I mean, I do really well with
Now,
this
what kind
one.
of a jig head would you put that on?
Yeah, he's asking, how do you guys fish those?
So I just use I fish the river mostly. So I usually use like a 3/16 ounce ball head jig, something like that. And I just throw it out and just kind of drag it along the bottom.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had guys
Okay.
do net rig so it stands up, but I mean, most of the time you see them, they're on the bottom, just crawling around on rocks. So that's why I figured, leave it on the bottom.
I've thrown
Yeah,
them on
maybe
Ned
like
rigs, and I've also thrown them Texas rig with a little like 1/16 weight in front just to keep it down too. I think earlier this year in the spring when I was fishing that creek, I guess it was, what creek was that? But I was really having luck with that. The dirty green pumpkin, for some reason that day, that was the color, and they were hammering it. I had another guy with me who was fishing a Helgramite too. I can't remember which one he had, but he wasn't getting hit near as much as I was. I don't know what about that day it was, but man, that was the day. That was the bait of the day. So,
I mean, I also thought about making it to where it'll sink also, where you could throw it out weightless and make it, it would sink. But I don't know. I just decided to just stick with what it is and just keeping it that way.
yeah, you can make it sink if you need it to sink.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I was just going to load it up with salt and make it soft, so that way as it would sink, it would kind of flutter around or whatever. But never got around to it.
I think I was going to say you have other baits that will do that probably.
Oh yeah.
I know a lot of people throw them on a sled head, them Helgramites,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
because then you have it laying flat on the bottom like you normally see them. They're not standing up.
Yeah.
And it's still somewhat weedless that way too. I don't fish a lot with an exposed hook anymore, especially on the Susquehanna.
Oh man,
no.
come on. That's all I throw. Exposed.
Oh,
hook
really?
all the time.
Oh,
Except
man, how many hooks do you go through?
Well, that's a good thing. I pour my own lead too.
Yeah.
So I can
That
lose
helps.
no big deal.
Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say that was the main reason why I switched, because I just got so tired of snagging open or exposed hooks. So
I do want to say this real quick for the people that are watching. If you use our code for undercover bait, it's Chase 20. If you put that in at checkout, you will get 20% off. So that puts some money back in your pockets.
or let you buy more bait.
Randy was nice enough to give us that code and load up on them. So there you go, guys. Chase 20 at checkout, you get 20% off. So thanks for that, Randy.
Yeah.
You're welcome. And then I noticed earlier you asked about the picture of that fish that I sent in and what bait I was using.
Yeah.
So
The mouthful one.
it was actually a wake bait that I paint up.
Ooh.
And it's this little guy here in my Susky Shiner color, of course.
Wow, look at that.
That is pretty.
Carlisle, it's a wake bait, man. That's your juice.
Now, do you sell them, or is that just one that you painted?
So I started to B&B Lures in Hanover. They sell pretty much all my stuff. I started with them, painting stuff, and then they were selling them. But it got to be too much for me to kind of keep up with, because I do have a full-time job also. So, and I have, I think, 3 or 4 other stores that carry my baits. So it was just getting to be too much to do, to keep up with. So now I kind of paint them, and whenever I get time, and I'll either just hang them in the shop or use them for myself. But I do enjoy doing it. Eventually, I would like to get into, selling them more. But
I need a couple of them.
I
know
actually,
Go ahead.
Larry,
Sorry.
I gave him, whenever we went out yesterday, I gave him my wake bait that I painted up. It's in the Susky Shiner color, but it's a jointed wake bait. And that's the one that I use. It won me 5th place in the Ike Foundation tournament last year. And then it's what I caught, I would say, 90% of the fish on the SFT tournament. So he's got that one now.
Do you have Susky Shiner color in front of you? So we can kind of show everybody. I have one right here. Or no,
yeah.
this is Susky
Yeah, I do.
Magic.
This is actually in my little Twitch.
Yeah, that's Susky Shiner.
It's a Susky
Nice.
Shiner right there.
That
And
is
I have a
pretty cool.
Susky Magic here. But yeah, I mean, guys, you fish the Susquehanna River, and we love to support our local community here at the Susquehanna. Randy's local, and he has baits named after the Susquehanna. So, I mean, that right there needs to tell you something. This is the Susky Magic color, Sean, if you want to zoom in on this.
Okay. Let's see if we can get it to focus.
And that's a
little bit.
7-inch twitch.
Oh, that is. I do like that color. Yeah.
Yeah. It has a little bit of blue flake in it, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Blue and gold, and it's nice. 7-inch. That's what I think that's going to work like now.
Oh yeah, I think
fall.
you'll do really well with that right
Yeah.
now.
As far as your colors go, like are you? I know you mentioned kicking over rocks and seeing what you find. Do you also people recommend colors to you or?
Yes, I mean I do have. Well, I've had people ask me to match certain other companies' colors, and I don't like doing that. I like doing my own thing. I might come up with something a little bit close to it, but I'll throw something else in there to make it different.
Yeah.
And then I do have a couple other guys that said, recommend, hey, this color in this bait, would do well. So I actually have another guy by the name of Dale. He wants to see my sungill color in the little sheds that I make. So I'll probably end up getting in. Whenever I get time, I'll do that.
Gotcha.
Michael Bradley's asking, what hook would you recommend for the 7-inch twitch?
So with that, I normally use like a 3 or a 4/0 EWG hook in them.
Yeah, that's what I use, the 4/0.
I haven't really
Josh
tried
Sims.
that yet. Ouija's
Wiggy
Magic. Yeah.
is
So with that
Ouija
color,
Magic.
there was a young gentleman by his name was Elijah. He fished the Bass Club, and I think they were going down south somewhere, and he wanted me to kind of come up with a color that would match the bait fish down there. And I was like, all right. So he kind of told me what he was looking for and everything. So I made that up for him, and he took it down, tried it out, and he said it worked really well. So I was like, well, we'll name it after him. And his nickname was Ouija. Like, all right, Ouija's Magic. We'll do that one.
Oh, there you go. That's awesome.
It's definitely it's a good color. I mean, it works really well in the Susquehanna too.
Okay.
Then again, I mean, everything that I make, I test it all out on the river before I even sell it, because if it don't catch fish, I'm not gonna sell it.
Do you notice a big difference in color wise between the Juniata and the Susquehanna? Like I know I've heard people say like there's certain color crawl in the Juniata that aren't as much in the Susquehanna and vice versa. But I was curious if you've seen that kind of.
Yeah, I did find my Juniata crawl color that I have. I actually was kayaking on the Juniata and kicked over some rocks, whatever, and I seen some crawls down there, so I picked one up. and the top of it was kind of like a reddish pumpkin seed looking color, and then the bottom had that blue, a little bit of a blue into it. So I ended up kind of matching that. Took pictures of it and matched it up, and it does pretty good too. But usually I really don't throw them a crawl too much anymore like I used to, because I have so much other stuff to throw. Especially I'm hooked on the twitch. That twitch bait and the little twitch. It's hard. That's my confidence.
Yeah.
When you got something, it sucks when I got to go out and test baits because I know what I want to throw, but it's like, nah, I can't do that. I got to test this bait out. And then once I know it works, catch fish on it, it's like, all right, I'll go back to my twitch.
I think I have a bait here that Sean would really like. I want to show it to him real quick. We didn't really go over this part of it, but check this out. This is the little bubble butt, Sean. This is I have it in my hand here. Let me show it to you.
When you sent me the link, or when you said you went out fishing with him, I went on the site and was looking at that. Yep.
It's a Ned rig, and it has on the one end of it, it has a hole, and it's for air to get in there, and that's what the name he was saying about. That's why he called it the bubble butt, because he gets a little air pocket in there, and then bubbles come out of it, I guess, when you're fishing it.
It'll stand straight up.
That's awesome.
And, over time it'll fill up with water, so you just when you go to cast it back out, that water it comes right out of it anyway. I actually have two sizes of that. I got the little bubble butt, which is a 3-inch version, and then the regular bubble butt, and I think it's 5 inches.
Well, that's cool. Yeah. Anytime you can get air in it like that, that makes it stand up even more. Yeah.
And I've even, had people tell me that they take a little bit of cotton and put some scent in it and stick it in that hole there. And I guess it holds scent.
Oh, yeah.
I've heard of people doing that with tubes before. So that makes sense that it would work. Yeah.
Here's another one for Sean.
What's this?
The little tube.
Little tube. Oh, man. If that's anything like the llama tubes from Z-Man, that's my new favorite bait right now. And I do throw that on a exposed hook, but I've been
a lot of this stuff I'm showing you, Sean, is your stuff. So
sweet.
Yeah, I know you like to throw tubes.
What are you doing later? Are you ready for me to come over?
Let's check one of these out real quick. This is let's see the color. Smoke purple.
Oh, that's perfect. That's actually the color that I've been catching them on. I just said that out loud. For all of you 18 people watching, it is not smoke purple. That is not the color. The color that I've been catching them on is I don't even know. Hot pink.
Hot pink. Yeah. All right, Randy, what else you got?
Let's see. Oh, that guy, Jet Boat Dan. Huh. that's my R&D guy.
Oh, there you go. Well, he shouldn't be spilling your juice then. Rainbow trout little bubble butt is killer in the spring on the Susky.
Man, I can't wait to try some of these baits. I only tried so far. I've only tried the Twitch, all the Twitch series. But there's some baits in here I really can't wait to get a hold of, especially this one right here. This is just a goby, and it's an apple pie.
Oh yeah.
This on a drop shot. Oh my gosh, is money.
Yeah, Vincent Studer, he sent me a video. He was drop shotting that up there around his area. He did pretty good on it.
Yeah, this is a friend of the show. Good people.
Heck yeah.
Also got I don't know. Did you get any of the boogie bugs or the little boogie bugs? These guys are little creature bait.
I didn't get any of them yet.
That looks
cool. That's a nice bait too.
So this is my smaller version. I'll usually put that on like a Ned head.
I was just going to ask you that. That looked like a Ned rig bait to me.
Yeah, it does really, really good on the Ned head.
That'd be a good punching bait too.
Oh yeah, I have 2 different sizes. I think
I was going to say probably the bigger one would be good.
4 or 5 inch. I think it's somewhere around 4.5, 5 inches. So the bigger one, I actually tested that out on Lake Marburg, and I was actually swimming it. Instead of using it on a Ned rig or something like that, flipping or whatever. I was like, well, I'm just going to try it out this way. So I turned it sideways and just ran the jig up through it, and I was just kind of casting out and swimming along, and I've caught a lot of nice largemouth on that thing. And then I did have.
They probably think it's like a little sunfish or something.
Yeah. Yep. So I was going to talk to the guy that makes the mold for it and see if I could get him to turn the mold a different way, so where I could do, the laminate a different direction to make it would be like a sungill, a big sunfish or something like that, because it does have that profile of a sunfish.
Yeah, Michael Bradley said it looks like it'd be good on a buzzbait as well. Yeah, I could see that as a buzzbait trailer.
Oh yeah.
They're saying it works good on the on a bladed jig as well.
I guess I was hoping Larry was going to come on, but I sent him the invite, but
Yeah,
I
he
guess
might have got busy.
Yeah, he might be
Just wore out from all those catches that he's had,
Yeah.
Yeah, I was hoping he'd come on too. That way he could tell you about that fish that he caught, where he caught it at.
Yeah, he ain't gonna do all that.
Yeah. I mean,
I did want to talk about these. Especially if you're buying baits that Randy sells. Railblazer came out with these this year, and it's just let me see if I can. So this part right here, you can put your baits, your bags of baits on this, and you could probably fit about 12 different bags or so. They have different sizes, and then it clips together.
It actually screws together, so it's pretty secure.
Yeah,
like
it screws
I've had
together.
the rings before that kind of pop apart, and those will not pop apart.
So look, I have it right here. And you could put way more than what I have on here. I just put it on here for demonstration, but Railblazer sells these. They're great for especially Randy's baits. Put them all together like this, bam. You have at least you're a little bit organized. You don't have baits all over the place in your boat or your kayak. So I wanted to say that real quick.
I actually replaced the rings on the inside of my Z-Man binder with those, because the original rings in the Z-Man binder would always pop apart. They're just kind of held in by pressure, and every time I'd open it up, it'd be popped out, and half of them would be laying out. So it worked really well inside my Z-Man binder. So definitely a cool little thing that Railblazer came out with.
Here's another cool bait that I'm excited to try, especially on a Nico rig.
What is that called?
That is my Wigglepede. That was my first custom bait that I ever had made.
Okay. Yeah, that tail looks really cool.
Yeah.
Hey, we got Larry in here in the green room. Larry, thumbs up if you're ready to come on, man. All right, let's bring Larry in. Hey, brother.
Larry.
What's happening, guys?
What's up,
Not
Larry?
much. We were hoping you would make it.
Oh, man, what a fun show, huh? Talking about baits.
Yeah.
It's your favorite thing to talk about. That's all our favorite things to talk about.
Yeah, no doubt. But no, a cool show. Glad to be part of it. Yeah, big supporter of undercover baits. Past couple years, been using more and more. And it's cashed some checks and caught some big fish.
That's good. Glad to hear that. It's awesome.
Yeah.
But I got a pro tip for you. Yesterday, I went fishing with Randy, and he goes, after he pulled in like 3 fish ahead of me, he goes, "Come on over here." He goes, "Hey, you got this type of bait?" I'm like, I'm digging through my box. He goes, "Quit digging." He goes, "Throw this on." So he cuts his bait off his own line, gives it to me, and this is some secret shit. He says, "I want a lot of money on this bait." So it was funny because I fished with it, and I could only fish till like noon or so. So at the end of the day, we departed. I left him on the water. I get back to launch and loading up. I look at my rod as I'm putting it in the truck. I'm like, "Oh no, I forgot to give Randy's secret bait back.
Convenient, right? Right,
Yeah,
Andy?
that's
Yeah.
that's the pro tip.
If you happen to borrow it,
forget it. Yeah.
just keep quiet about it at the end of the day. And
Yeah, so I won't throw it anymore. I'm going to definitely give it back to him after I heard all the history it has.
Oh, it's all good. I mean, you were throwing it, and it was spooking some fish that he said, and then
Yeah,
he was fishing my hole. I told him, I said, "Hey, come over here and fish this spot." He's over there
Yep.
fishing my hole. I told him, throw that wake bait, try it. And then he said it. I think twice you spooked some fish. You see him
Yeah.
taking off, and
Yeah.
then he threw in Old Faithful.
yeah, that's what I want to touch on because I was going down the bank there, and he's got his pet fish there cooped up there. He's like, between those two trees, there's always a giant. So I throw it in there, and that bait crashes, and I seen one go out, and I'm talking, a large wake, and on the bank there, it was only probably about 8 inches of water, and that's where most of the fish have been caught this year, is the shallow water. And I'm like, darn man, that was a giant. So I drift down a little bit more and threw that thing in there. Like 20 yards down, another one goes out. I'm like, oh gosh. So I have to think about this. I'm like, well, what's going on here? Throwing a big bait, crashing, these fish are scattered. So I grabbed my favorite bait of this year, and actually last year too, is the full-size twitch. Threw it on the bank, drug into the water. That way it wouldn't splash. And there was this humongous wave, like a 6-foot boat. It crashed into that thing. It was. I wish it was on video. That's what's fishing about, and it just
Was it a
inhaled that.
dolphin?
Oh, dude, it was. Yeah, it was that dolphin. Yeah, but no doubt, it was a good fight. I heard Randy go, "Man, that's a good one, Larry." And game one, we drug him in and took a quick picture of him and left him go. But yeah, like I said, big supporter. That stuff works. The twitch, and especially this year, shallow water. Majority of the time was foot or less, and you got to outsmart them.
Yeah.
do you usually throw yours weightless too, or how do you rig it, Larry?
Well, last year I was using nose hook, but you'd get some dinks on it. I mean, they would just tear the crap out, and you'd lose some baits. So I'm like, man, I got to try to get this thing on to stay on a little bit better and be a little more durable. So then I started doing a 3 and 4 aught hook, weedless.
So it still stays in front of the joint, so you still get that whole back joint action.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's that hinged area that he's designed with the twitch. That thing that's what gets them.
Mm-hmm.
And Randy probably doesn't know it either, but I mean, once that bait gets torn up, I've been taking that tail end after the hinge and putting that on like Ned rig and fishing it.
Nope.
So you kind of make you can just kind of, because it floats up too.
That's all you're getting, Sean.
All right, man. We'll take it. We'll take it.
But
I never even thought about that, Larry.
yeah. So, but no, it's a lot of neat stuff. But that twitch has been really working well this year. These fish are really, I would say, they're really, you spook them. So for weedless.
Follow up bait, yeah.
No, I mean, you just weedless it and throw it on a rock and drag it into the water, or throw it on the bank. I mean, they just think it's a snake or something, anything. And they're just vicious blow-ups.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Here's another one. That's a good follow-up.
The Gigolo.
The Gigolo. A little wacky rig Gigolo.
Mm-hmm.
This is the Goby color.
That's kind of like the color that I like on Lake Redmond. I know that's not your favorite lake, but Carlisle, but that's the kind of color scheme I use on Redmond. And for some reason that works good for me over there.
Yeah.
That's what that time me, Larry, and Carlisle, we all went out, and that's what I caught that big one on. That I think it was a Goby Gigolo.
Nice.
That was a big fish.
But
I
there's some
struggled that day too.
Oh, yeah. But that was the low
I
guard,
wouldn't
man.
say that. I mean, at the very beginning, man, I was tearing them up. I don't know what you
Yeah.
guys' problem was, but then again, I mean, I was throwing this guy here too. This little 2-inch swim bait.
Yeah. The same color?
Yeah, this is my strawberry milk color. Yep.
Little
And then,
sneaky stuff.
Let's see, Jake Fishing. Me and him went out on the Susky, and I had some of these little guys, my little 2-inch crawls that I have. This is my electric chicken color, and
Electric
we found.
chicken.
Oh yeah, I mean, I never thought electric chicken on a little crawl, whatever. But yeah, we were throwing them in this little spot, and man, it was just one after another, hammering the smallmouth. I mean, it wasn't nothing big, but it's still fun catching them little guys. They put up a fight
yeah.
too.
Heck yeah.
What kind of hook are you throwing those on? Just like a Ned rig?
No, it's just so I had a guy make me up a football jig.
Okay.
I don't even know what size. I think it's like a number 4. I think a number 4 hook with like a football jig style on it.
Okay, that's cool.
And I've been throwing them. That way, it helps keep it from rolling over or anything like that.
Right.
But yeah, every time I go fishing, to make sure I don't get skunked for that day, I take my little ultralight along with me and some small baits.
Yeah.
Yeah. Larry was one of the big reasons for us to contact you, Randy. Larry introduced me to you, to your baits during the TKS tournament. And, I was like, I really need to contact this guy because I know he's a fan of the show and maybe we can work something out and get a little bit of a partnership with him and help out everybody with a discount and maybe even get him selling more bait. So big thanks to Larry. Shout out to Larry for that. Larry, we know you like to keep a lot of stuff secret, not secret, but you like to keep a little bit of, stuff underneath.
I was going to say, Larry shared a lot with me. So
yeah,
it's tough sharing, but I like to help out.
Oh, I know about that. Yeah.
We all
go ahead.
Go ahead. No,
Well,
we all like to see other people catch fish.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
and that's why we talk about it.
I mean, that's what does it for me. I mean, I'm not in this to make money. I mean, as you guys can see, the price of my baits, they're dirt cheap.
Right.
But I mean, it's not about the money for me. It's about, seeing other people catch fish on something that I make, and especially kids, man. I give a lot of baits out to kids. Like when I do my shows, I'll take along, some little stuff along to give to kids and stuff like that, and it's awesome. It does a lot for, it makes me feel good, seeing this little kid, his eyes get real big. Oh, that's for me. Yeah. Here, take it, little guy. Catch some fish on it, that's what it is for me. I really I could care less about the money, but
Yeah.
of course I'm saying it now because I got a full-time job also. So, but I'm sure things will change. I mean, I'll still do it. I still love seeing kids out fishing, and the pictures that I get from people, it's awesome. I love it.
yeah, that's definitely very cool.
Yeah. I mean, if you go to my website, you see there's a couple of kids, they got holding up some fish, that they caught on my bait and big old smile, grinning ear to ear on them, man. That's awesome. That's awesome. I need to put that on my website. So
Yeah, I remember 2 weeks ago when we finally did get to fish together and Larry was there with us. You were talking to us about them stories with the little kids and you would give them baits and stuff like that at the shows, and that's really cool, man.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it is for me. I love seeing, making a kid's day, make him happy.
That's awesome.
So,
so I'm pretty excited because I put an order in with Randy a couple days ago, and I have a big tournament coming up, and I'm super excited to go smash some fish on the Juniata next weekend for sure.
I'm sure you'll do all right. But I mean, one of the things that I have been doing recently is like with my booty shakers. So I know the chatterbait it's an awesome bait. You know, everybody uses it, everybody loves it. So what I'm trying to do right now is match up my booty shakers to their colors. So I have, I think, 3 or 4 of them right now that I've done. This one was probably the hardest one to match up, is their new Morning Dawn color, because it has their, you know, the pink and then the dark purple, blue, and then the pink again, which is 3 colors. But if you can see the chatterbait or the booty shaker that I did,
translucent. Yeah.
It's
That's
just like
pretty good
it's a
match
perfect
right
match.
there.
Yeah.
That's nice.
And I would think that the golden shiner would be your Susky color. That would match pretty good.
So I haven't bought one of them yet. So in order for me to match them, like I like having stuff in my hand, you know, to match it up as best as I can.
Yeah.
So them things are pricey.
Oh yeah.
And I'm buying them not to fish them, but I'm buying them just so I can match them up. And I think I've got like 3 or 4, like $20, $21 a piece. So I mean, it adds up.
It does.
And then here's another one that I did. This is their blueback herring.
Oh, that's nice too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I matched that one up pretty good. And then I have their green pumpkin. I think it's green pumpkin shad. I think it's what it's called.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, that matches pretty good too.
And then their what is it? Smallmouth Magic. My Susky Magic, that matches right up with that one. And then I have another one. I was going to make it tonight, but I ended up getting a pretty decent order that I had to make some baits for. It's
probably from Larry.
No, I don't know if you guys could maybe suggest some other colors to match up. You know, some of their other colors that they have, like you guys throw, that you would like to see. I mean,
like a black and blue, maybe black and blue.
I do have a black and blue. I got a black and blue already. I forgot about that one.
That's a big color. Green pumpkin.
Yeah, I got the black and blue, the green pumpkin. There was another one I just thought of. I can't remember what it is now.
Golden shiner. You have that one for the. I think that your Susky color will match the golden shiner chatterbait.
All right, I haven't even seen any of them yet.
Yeah.
Straight black. That's an interesting request.
Oh yeah, because I see that's one of their new colors. I don't know if it's for a Tackle Warehouse exclusive or not, but it's like a matte black that they have.
That'd be great in like muddy water.
I do have a straight black.
Okay.
That I make.
That would be great in muddy water. That's that when you're looking just for profile at that point. Yeah.
Which one was that? I kind of like went out for a minute there. What were you
straight black? About? Straight black.
Oh yeah, black. Yeah. Nice. What about like a chartreuse and white color for dirty water?
Oh yeah, I got the chartreuse and pearl.
Nice.
I make too many colors, too many baits. I can't
you got all the categories.
That's a good problem to have, I think. Yeah.
Well, I mean that depends. I mean, when you're buying all the molds, that's not a
Well, that's true. That's true.
But
that's a good one there. The spot remover.
Yeah, spot remover.
That's a cool color.
And Bee Height Delight. Spot remover, I actually have used a lot on the river.
I'll have to see if I can find that one. I'll check that one out.
That's like I think it's like, is it like a white and grayish color?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I think
I've seen like I have a spinner bait in that's called Mouse, and it's this kind of the same color.
Let's see if I can write that down. Spot remover. All right.
So what's going on, Larry?
Same old. Just living for a weekend.
Yeah. Back to the grind again tomorrow.
Yeah, I was gonna say tomorrow's Monday. Thanks for the reminder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luckily,
I got lucky this week though. I had a fridge guy come on. Initially, I was mad because he's like, "Well, your time window is going to be 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Tuesday afternoon or on Tuesday, and I was like, well, that sucks. I'm going to end up taking a half day from work one day or the other. Well, he ended up showing up at 11 and was out of there by 11:30. So I ended up fishing the rest of the day, and I'm like, okay, that didn't turn out so bad.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
I need to
Randy.
break my fridge more often.
Something you didn't talk about was your glide baits. Not many people probably know you make glides.
Yeah, that is true. I make a. Hold on a second. Let me go grab one.
Yeah, go grab one. Take your time.
I wish you would have told me that.
Sorry, Brian.
I just spent $150 on a glide bait yesterday.
Yeah, they're not cheap.
Yeah, I bought one of those throwback glide baits. 140. It was $140 plus $10 shipping. So,
Oof.
yeah.
If I bought one of those and lost it, I probably wouldn't be allowed back in the house.
If I get that thing snagged, I'm jumping in for it. It's a 7-inch.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So
I bought the Rosegill 7-inch.
I have a couple different sizes, but let me see.
I had lost a Chad on the third cast right out of the box.
That hurts.
So this is
Painful.
This is one of the glides. It's 7-inch glide bait.
Ooh.
I think this is the one that I've caught my first muskie on. Well, on a glide bait. My first muskie on a glide bait. It was this one here. So I was fishing the Juniata River and throwing it out, and I caught my first fish was a 16.5-inch smallmouth. It's like, okay, this is a fluke, whatever. So then I caught a muskie on it, threw it out again, ended up catching a 19-inch smallmouth on it. So I'm like, okay, maybe these guys do eat these big baits. So, I mean, me and Larry went out yesterday, and I tried throwing it a little bit, and I didn't get any hits on it, but it's definitely I think it weighs 2.5 ounces, and it's a pretty big bait to be chucking around for a while.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's always my thing. Like, just the splash that it makes when it hits the water, I'm like, man, that's going to scare everything away from within like a 10-foot radius. But
yeah, you would think, but I mean, sometimes it don't, sometimes it does. But
yeah,
I mean, I have a couple of them too that I do make. I paint, but I mean, like I was saying earlier, I just don't really have much time to do much painting. So
I imagine
here's
with the
another
kind of orders you're doing.
Yeah, here's another one that I did. It's a rainbow
that's
trout.
pretty too. Yep. Wow.
And then I did a bone.
Okay.
Nice.
That's cool too.
Yeah, I come up with some crazy stuff.
Josh says we need a Twitchin' Wagasaki color, which Wagasaki's a Megabass color, right?
Yes.
I'll have to look and see what that is.
It's like a brown. It's like, it's almost like your Susky color, but a little different, I think. I know it has like a little bit of brown back on it, the Wagasaki.
All right.
We'd have to look that up to see, really, but I know that color is really popular in the fishing industry. But so what is going on the Susky? I haven't been out for about 2 weeks. Is it still low and clear? Is it? Because I know we had a little bit of a rise last week with that rain, but it wasn't much.
It was not much. At least
it was still clear yesterday.
Yeah, I was going to say. Yep.
Yeah.
I was clear on Friday when I was out.
It's actually raining now here at my house. I'm surprised my power hasn't gone out yet. I live in the mountains, so usually when we get a bad storm, I lose power.
Do you guys feel like the fall, like they're starting to wolf pack yet, or is that still like the light switch hasn't really been turned on yet?
I feel like what I've seen when I catch one, if I throw back in, a lot of times I'll catch more than one. So
okay.
But I know both you guys mentioned throwing wake baits. Like how late into the year do you guys throw wake baits?
until they stop biting it. I don't know, man. I mean, I really started throwing that stuff now because I paint them, and that's the only reason why I've been throwing them.
I was out on Friday, and a guy I was with caught a 18 3/4 on a whopper plopper, and I'm like, I wouldn't even thought to throw the whopper plopper right now, but I was like, well, it worked for him. So,
I mean, I was throwing it all day long, and it was, I think my last fish I caught was like around 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay,
and it was on the wake bait. So,
and you said the water temp was 56.
Yeah, it was 56 whenever I left. It was 54 in the morning whenever we first got there. But then it got up to 56.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna stop at 50 degrees.
Yeah,
50,
I was gonna say.
I was pretty much like done with. I mean, not totally done with top water, but I knew like when we had that cold front last week, I was like, man, that's gonna hurt the top water bite.
And I think everything that we caught, I mean, it was all in the shallows, which surprised me. I mean, I thought they would start heading towards the deeper water. That's why, I went up to Fort Hunter up there, and I was going to try and fish some of that deeper stuff. But I had better luck in the shallows than I did anything else.
Yeah, that 19 that I caught on Friday was probably in 3 foot of water, if that. Now that was on a lipless crank though. That was deeper, but
Yeah, I think the smaller fish are paired up, got 2s and 6s together. The bigger fish, I still think they're pretty lonely.
Yeah,
and that's all going to change here next couple of weeks. But I'm still not seeing as many fish as I'm used to this year on the river and Juniata.
Yeah, I've kind of thought that too. Like, I did a class with Jeff Little, and part of our class was he called a crash and learn, where we basically kind of put our motors on and just went up through the clear stuff and just watched what we spooked. And it was weird. We would go for 500 yards and not see a fish, and then for 100-yard stretch we would be spooking stuff left and right, and then you'd go another 500-yard stretch and not see anything, and then it was really interesting.
Right there, Bill Durborough saying he caught him with a whopper plopper in November, 42-degree water temps.
Wow.
So I mean, I guess it all depends on the fish, really.
You make them mad enough, they are smallmouth after all.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know. I was speaking on the cast in the spring. I said
that's interesting.
Yeah, I said we lost a lot of fish, at that to spawn. I'm still holding to that. I just don't think they're.
Yeah, I think this is a rough year on them. Yeah.
Yeah, but because you can go. I mean, you hit those stretches like you were saying, Sean, 500 yards or something, man. If you're picking those areas apart, you're blowing 2 hours of your fishing day away.
Exactly, and that was kind of what was nice about Jeff doing that. Like he said that same exact thing. Now, can you imagine if we would have stopped and fished our way through that section? How much time we would have wasted. So
yeah, and that's why I really enjoy working with the. Twitch, Charlie and yourself, you guys both, can pick areas apart. I just can't do that anymore. I got to be on the motor, moving. And that Twitch just helps me mentally get through it and confidence. So,
yeah, that's a good bait for that. Absolutely. Well, we didn't run a commercial this episode because we got so into talking tackle we didn't do a commercial, but we'll catch up with Trailblazer in the next episode. We wanted to thank Randy for partnering with us this year and making such awesome baits. Also want to thank all our other sponsors that we have. We have discount codes for everything. So if anybody is interested in buying anything, use our discount codes. You put some money back in your pocket. I know I've used it already, so I'm pretty excited about this partnership with Randy and all our other companies. And we really got a really good group of partnerships. Most of them are local, and we love to support our local shops and small businesses, and we always want to help them grow, and we appreciate everybody that comes out and watches, and we have a nice little community going on, Sean. I would think, especially with Larry and all the guys we fish with in Kayak Anglers. We really have a good time. We got to get Randy into the KA next year. I think he'll have a good time doing that.
Well, you guys don't allow murders, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm too fat and out of shape for all that paddle and stuff, man.
Well,
wish
Randy, I
was.
know. Do you get? Are you getting into show season now? I know that's where I was first introduced to your baits, and I've seen you at a lot of the shows that I go to. So
Yeah,
I'm sure that gets to be a busy time for you.
That's probably my most busiest time of the year. Like I'll actually shut down my shop here. Like I got a little storefront here at my shop. I actually close that up because it's too hectic because I load everything up in my trailer, and I'm usually doing a show every weekend or every other weekend. So to kind of drag everything back out, and so I just leave it all in there. But the first one is, I think, the first weekend of January, the Capital City Bassmaster Show up in Marysville.
Okay.
So I'll be set up at that one there.
Okay.
So that'll be my first. I'm pretty sure that's the first weekend. It usually is.
What month was that? January.
January, yeah.
That's the only thing that gets me through the winter is going to the shows because
I mean, we do get out fishing every once in a while, but it's not the same,
No,
we do catch some fish though.
Yeah.
I mean, I prefer fishing in the wintertime. They're easier to find, But I'm on my jet boat and not my kayak, so me in cold water, I'm not. No, I flipped my kayak too many times. I don't want to risk all that. So that's actually why I have the kayak that I have now. Because if I flip this one, I'm an idiot.
That's how I feel about my. I have the Osprey, the Innovative Sportsman Osprey, and I'm like, to flip that, I'd almost have to stand on the side with a rope tied to the other side and pull.
Yeah,
I don't know that even then it would be a struggle because that thing is rock solid. Yeah, but what are you fishing out of now, Randy?
I have the New Canoe Unlimited.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a very stable boat.
Yeah, I think it's like 40 inches wide.
Yeah.
So the one I had before that was the Jackson Cuda 12, and
that's definitely a narrower boat.
Yeah, it is. It was. It's not fun, flipping that and walking down the river, picking up all your baits while your buddies are there beside you, filming you, and then posting it on Facebook. That's
always do something like that.
Yeah, that would be that jet boat Dan guy. Yeah, he's got quite a few videos of me doing some dumb shit. Oh man, like I said, me and him, we go out fishing. It's always a good time. We always have fun, and that's another thing too. It's not about catching the fish. It's just about having fun. This guy, Mr. Old Guy. Yeah, he's seen the bottom of that thing, I think, 3 times. I remember this one time we were going down to Juniata, and one small rock in the middle of the river, I found it, and over I went. Yeah. But
so
I'm done with that.
You were saying you fished a couple tournaments. You normally fish some big trails when they come through?
I do kind of like the ones that I sponsor. Like last year I did, Toys for Tots charity tournament. I do that every year. I sponsor that one. Jason and Janelle, they do an awesome job with that one. Speaking of that one, so I think next year when it comes up, I'm going to offer, if they can get 175 boats, I'm going to offer $1,000 payout for the biggest fish.
Wow.
Nice. So
that's stipulation. We got to get 175 boats to enter in this tournament.
I need a boat.
I think they'll do it. What's that?
What's the tournament?
It's the Toys for Tots charity tournament. It's up in Sunbury.
And that's for jet boats.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, Larry, you have a boat, right?
I do.
There you go.
Yeah.
And I think this year the entry fee was like $140, I think. But then, and then you also had to bring a toy. So, I mean, like I said, it was a good time. I suck at fishing. I'm not gonna lie, but I just do it, because I mean it's for a good cause. I mean, you can't go wrong with Toys for Tots, and they raise a lot of money for that charity. So they do it, like I said, Jason and Janelle, they do an awesome job for that one. And then last year I also did the Ike Foundation tournament. Somehow I managed to get 5th place in that. Of course, that's the bait that Larry now has. That's what got me 5th place. But and then this year I just did the SFT tournament. So I don't do very
finish in
many.
that? Yeah.
I think I got 18th in that one.
Oh, that's not bad out of 100. I think there was 120 people in that tournament.
Yeah.
And the Ike tournament was pretty big too. You finished 6th. That's awesome.
And 5th.
There was
5th
I
or
think
6th.
50 people or something like that
Okay.
in that one. Yeah.
Sweet.
I don't know. I guess I get lucky.
It must be the bait.
That's it.
Well, it was that I used the same bait in both tournaments, and
You better really be careful with that, Larry.
Yeah.
Trust me, it's not going back out. It will be returned to sender.
Oh, you can have it. Like I said, I'll paint more. I got another one.
Yeah, that one probably runs a certain way, and
Well, actually, the
You
one
can paint-
that you have, that's not the one that for the Ike tournament, because that one there got so beat up. It's sitting back in the little cubby hole somewhere.
well, the one I have has a bunch of teeth marks in it. I know that.
I was hungry that day. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm probably going to look into joining a bass club this year. Well, this coming year, next year, 2026. I had a couple people
For
talk to me
kayaks or boats.
for kayak. Yeah. So I talked to Bill Durborough and his wife Tabitha, and they were talking about what was it, PA Bass Nation? Think about that. I just want to get out and fish different places.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It gets old fishing the same place all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think the Kayak Adventure Series is coming to the Juniana next year. So that should be cool.
Yeah, that should be very cool.
Was that the one you do teams with, or what's that one?
They have both.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not
So-
too up to par on all that stuff yet. So
Alrighty. Well, Randy, where can folks find you if they want to, check out your baits? Obviously, there's a couple of different places, so we wanted to give you a chance to let folks know where they can find you at.
well, you can, of course, I'm on Facebook, Instagram. I do have a YouTube channel, but I don't post on there very often. That whole editing videos thing, man, I ain't got time for all that.
Carlisle does a good job at that. I suck at it.
Get the micro
I
bag
think I got
team, all
one
that
video
stuff.
that's really good, but the rest of them are just like, yeah, they're terrible. Also, I do have a website. It's undercoverbaits.com. And yeah, that's pretty much about it.
Awesome. Well,
Pretty
we'll
much
see how
all the
many
social media platforms.
folks we can send your way, guys. Remember, if you go over there, make sure you use our code. I don't have it with me. Do you know what the code is off the top of your head, Randy?
It's,
Carlisle dropped out.
Chase 20.
Chase 20. So if you use
Yep.
Chase 20 over there at Undercover Baits, kind of give us, let them know that you came from us, and also help you guys out. And obviously, you're helping Randy out. So, Larry, do you have anybody you want to shout out, or anything you're interested in sharing with the folks?
No, we're good here.
Alrighty, well, I'll give it just a second to see if Carlisle gets back in here. I know he was having internet issues, so he might be kind of struggling to get back in here. But just wanted to thank everybody for tuning in. We're at an hour and 30 minutes, and we still have 16 listeners. So thank you guys so much for hanging in here with us. Larry and Randy, thank you so much for coming on the show, and definitely looking forward to having you guys back out. And I'm looking forward to hitting the water with both of you guys at some point. I know, Larry, it's been a little bit since I fished with you, and Randy, I'd love to, join you guys sometime if you don't mind.
Not at all.
So
I'm sure you'll laugh at me.
Hey, dude,
I'm used to
you
that.
would have saw the train wreck that was that 19-incher that I caught on Friday. That was, man, that was a mess. But I have the fish and a nice picture, so I guess the ends justify the means. But
Yeah.
So,
And Carlisle just messaged his internet went down.
yeah, I was guessing that. So we'll go ahead and wrap the show here. Thank you guys both for coming on, and again, thanks you to all the listeners for tuning in. And we will catch you guys next time on the next episode of Chasing the 20 Inchers. And until then, get back out on the water and be safe out there, and send us your catches. All right, you guys have a good night.
Take care.
Thank you for tuning in to the Paddle and Fin Podcast Network. We hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget, for future shows, like, follow, share, and hit that subscribe button. Make sure you check out our individual channels and accounts too. Want to be a guest on one of our shows and talk of adventures, gear, or products? Contact us. Thank you for watching The Noob Show with Matt Gibson, Chasing the Tide with Dustin Nichols, The Rusty Hook with John Rapp, The River Run with Adam Fraser Pross, May Contain Fishing with Daniel Woodcock, Chasing the 20s with Carlisle Esterly and Sean Lavery, Friday Night Bites with Brian Schiller. Thanks for tuning into the Paddle and Fin Network. Subscribe and always wear your PFD.